All right, what's up, everybody? It's RD2, your upstate realtor. Hope all of you are doing well. I just want to come on for a few moments and talk about something that I'm calling the 5-year principle. Now, this is not a official principle. It's nothing deep and spiritual. Just something I just called it just for this video purposes. Just sitting here looking at the MLS and studying the market. And I saw this meme. I've been seeing it for quite some time from some fellow realtors, and it says, and it's kind of something we joke about in the industry, but as I sit here and think about it, it's actually true. And it says that the best time to buy a home is always 5 years ago. And some even say the best time to buy a home is always 5 years ago, and the next best time is now. So I was just thinking about 5 years ago. Of course, it was in 2020. 2020, of course, we were in COVID. Everything was shut down, and a lot of people thought the real estate market was going to crash and just go crazy in a negative way, because everything else was shutting down, but it did just the opposite, and it took off, and we saw crazy appreciation. Homes that were on the market, they sold quickly, went under contract literally within a matter of hours, above list price in many cases, for hundreds of thousands of dollars above list price. Now, a lot of buyers got discouraged because there were some qualified buyers out there who were getting outbid. But I say 5 years ago in 2020, it was a great time to buy because the rates were lower. Okay. And the rates have been a hot issue ever since we began to see the fluctuation in rates, which started around mid 2022. But you just had to have some creative strategies in place in that COVID market, so you'll know how to navigate the heavy competition that was out there in that seller's market. And again, the seller saw a lot of appreciation. Their home sold for above list price, but some buyers got discouraged. But again, because the rates are what they are now, and they were lower back then, we saw the 2.5s to 2.8s, 3s to 4s. It was a great time to buy if you had the right strategy in place. So if you have heard me on any of my videos, I always talk about a strategy. No matter what the market is doing, you need a strategy. Even in a slower market, you need a strategy, because even in a slower market, there is still competition out there. Now, right now, among buyers, do we have as many buyers in the market as we've had in our recent past years? We don't. But the buyers that are in the market is still outpace the supply of homes that are on the market. But we have more homes on the market now than we've had in quite some time. So even with the increase in inventory, the buyer demand is still outpacing the supply that is out there. But the buyers that are in the market are kind of the buyers that have to move. The life events that cause a move are taking place, and some are just accepting the fact that the rates are what they are. Okay. But 5 years ago was absolutely a great time to buy because of those lower rates. And a lot of people have had those concerns about the rates and the fluctuation that we've seen over the last couple of years. So another thing under this 5-year principle, and again, this is not an official principle, but another meme that I seen that was going through various real estate groups, it said 5 years ago, again, going back to the COVID market, buyers are sitting here in 2025 saying I should have bought 5 years ago during the COVID market in 2020. And it also said 5 years from now in 2030, they're going to look back at 2025 and say I should have bought in 2025. So don't let that be you. Okay. Again, the rates are what they are. But again, if we have the right strategy in place, and there's a lot of resources out there that can help you, don't wait till 2030 and look back 5 years ago, which will be now in 2025, and say I should have bought then. Because even with the rates and the prices, a lot of the public think that the prices are inflated. And I said this on video before, me as a realtor, as I'm out showing homes, as I'm studying the market, I see some of these prices and I say myself, there is no way in the world I would pay that price for that home. So I get it. I understand it. And even in the rental market, those who are looking for rentals, some of these apartment prices for monthly rent for apartments, and even for these single family homes that are up for rent, is some I see, I'm like, ain't no way in the world. But again, you can put a strategy in place so you don't be sitting 5 years from now in 2030 looking back on 2025 and saying I should have bought in 2025, because that's 5 years down the line. No one has a crystal ball, but there are some projections out there, and the projections that are out there now are indicating that home values are going to continue to increase. And again, 5 years, that's a long time from now. So, well, I won't even say it's a long time from now, because time is moving so fast. You can blink your eye right now and 20 years will be gone. But you just want to be prepared, okay, and don't want to look back and say I should have bought then. And no matter what the time frame, I'm using 5 because of these examples that I'm seeing in memes and various posts from some colleagues. But you don't want to look back and say I should have bought then. In another 5 years, I should have bought then. Okay. So another example, lender friend of mine, he posted this meme, or he just had a regular status update, I should say. And he was like 5 years ago again, 5 years ago was the COVID market. And he said during that time frame that he had helped a lot of first-time buyers. And those first-time buyers, because of the equity that they have gained, are already selling their homes and they're buying their dream homes and their next homes. And he said equity is a powerful thing. And so this video ain't about equity. You heard me talk about equity before, but in 5 years, okay, some first-time buyers that he helped buy 5 years ago in 2020 are selling their homes and they're already buying their next homes and their dreams homes. And that is the power of equity. So this for you sellers, okay? So if you've been in your home longer than 5 years, of course, you're going to have way more equity. Something that's happening in the market. There are a lot of baby boomers who are selling right now. Okay, they've been in their homes a long time. They have an astronomical amount of equity. A lot of them are downgrading right now because, again, they're getting up in age. They're having health issues. They don't want to climb stairs no more. They've probably been empty nesters for quite some time, and they are downgrading. And because of the equity that they have gained, they are using that equity to buy their next homes, which is probably a downgrade, downgrading their current home for cash. So no debt because of equity that they have gained. And I got to go here again with my rant about these people who will tell you that renting is better. They leave out the equity factor. Yeah, renting may be good for a season. You may need to for a season, but in the long run, the equity that is gained, it opens up opportunities for buying next homes. If you want to buy investment properties, you can use equity for those things. But again, all these internet gurus who have all these courses to sell for $15,000, $20,000, they try to say that home ownership is a liability because of the upkeep. And you have some people who have never bought a home and tell you, oh, I ain't buying no home because you don't really own it, because you still pay taxes on it, you miss payments. They'll take it. No, if you buy a home, you own it, okay? And the equity gain is well worth it. And there's something that they don't discuss. And some try to say because it don't provide monthly cash flow, it's not an asset. If you bought a home 5 years ago, as this lender partner was saying, and only 5 years later, it's allowing you to sell that home and buy your next home, you're not going to tell me that's not an asset. Those baby boomers who have these large amounts of equity, who are buying these homes cash, even though they're downgrading, you cannot tell me that's not an asset, okay? But anyway, I'm getting off base there. But the 5 year principle, again, going back to the COVID market, 5 years ago, the rates were lower. You don't want to be sitting in 2030, looking back on 2025, 5 years from now, looking 5 years back and saying, I should have bought then. And then, like the lender partner was saying, that he have people who bought 5 years ago, they're selling their homes now, and only 5 years later, they're able to buy their next home and their dream home. All right. So if you have any thoughts, even the slightest bit thought about buying a home, no matter what your time frame may be. And again, this 5 year thing is just a thing I kind of made up with the principal part. It's nothing concrete, but if you have the slightest thought, no matter what your time frame may be, give me a call. There's a plethora of resources that are out there that can help you combat these rate situations, the prices and everything. I just left a lot awesome event up in Spartanburg with another lender partner, just talking about the various resources he have to help you get on track if you're looking to buy a home. He even have some great tools for sellers as well. Okay, so if you're looking to do either, just reach out to me. Above this video, I'm gonna post a link. It's for a free home buyer's guide. Now, it will ask for your information, email and telephone number to get it. If you're watching this on Instagram don't allow you to post direct links in your captions and comments, but you can copy and paste it and put it into a browser, and you can get your free first-time home buyer's guide. All right. So I'm here for you, RD2, your upstate realtor, 864-378-0537. And always remember, we're RD2. With each home, we're making dreams a reality.